Look at you. Look at that ugly son of a bitch. There he is. All right. Can you see me? Can you hear me? See me? Feel me? Shut up. You see me? Oh, can you hear me? There goes the echo. Now we are live. What's up, Greg Sullivan? What's up, General? Dwayne, I think all of you guys know what's going down in Neyland Stadium a week from this Saturday, and I'm feeling a lot better than I did a couple of days ago when I was hanging out with the head coach, Bill Belichick. What's up, Adam? Bash them. That's what we're going to do to the dogs. We're going to bash them. Oh, Goose, what's going on? Yeah, my old buddy Magnum basically laid down a challenge. What's up? There he is. The man himself, Coach Bill Belichick, is in the room tonight. What's going on, Matt? Magnum wants to enter the ring in the TTC arena. Of course, there is no college TTC anymore. There's Poop Twister, best name ever. So, yeah, we decided that if we get $1,000 in super chats, we'll have a live Chinese throwing star and sword fight on TV. Obviously, I'm kidding. What's up, Hound Dog? We're going to have us a little hate week next week. And a lot of you younger guys may not even know who Magnum is. He's from the old... what's up, Hunter? He's from the old TTC days, back when there was a TTC. And fittingly enough, we would have some Georgia fans wanting to get on here and talk shit when they know we pretty much don't have much of a shot. But I want to talk about this Jeremy Pruitt press conference today, and more so the thing, he may have said this in his presser, I don't know. Hang on, Carter. He may have talked about this in his presser today, but he definitely talked to Bob Kessling about it today, and I heard it on Vol Calls tonight when he talked about it. I'm talking about some of the comments he made today.
Are you doing a stream?
Yes, I'm doing a stream.
Oh my God.
Talk about some of the things he said today. Would you like to say something, caller?
Yeah, I don't know what Pruitt's saying. What did he say? That he thinks that the team's better this year than they were last year or something like that?
Pretty much. He said that this team is 100 times better than they were at this time last year.
Okay, well then he's smoking crack.
Yep, that's what he said. I'm going to give you a couple of minutes to ramble all you want, Carter, and then I'm going to let you go because I've got Magnum's going to be calling in here in a minute. We're trying to get an old-fashioned TTC hate week going on, which I find funny because what the hell am I going to say to any Georgia fan, right?
The other thing's a checker Neyland.
Do what?
See that?
Are you shitting me? With what, red and black?
Yeah.
So we're going to try and checker Neyland this week or next week.
No, Georgia's going to checker Neyland.
Oh, they don't have enough fucking sense to make a checker board.
Well, they're predicting to have at least 40 to 50,000 people there.
Oh, now that I believe, because they are definitely flooding Neyland this coming weekend. So, you know, that's on you, Tennessee Vols fans, to see to it that that shit don't happen. Find you 2 tickets, Alan V. All right. Show up at Neyland Stadium next Saturday about noon-ish. And before the game starts, there's that sound again, Carter.
Hey, you know what? I got to say something really important. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay. Hey, you're really going to hate this, bitch.
He hung up on me. That was payback for the other night. What's up, Shoot 'em 556? You know, Carter, it's kind of like this. The second man always gets the flag, right? So I'm throwing a flag, 15-yard penalty for unnecessary roughness, unsportsmanlike conduct, and whatever. Yeah, I did hear that Georgia will be flooding Neyland Stadium next week. I guess meaning they're going to have a shitload of people coming up here to watch the game. Shocker. So, what are you going to do about it, Tennessee ball fans? You going to sell your damn ticket? Or are you going to put your ass in the seat and sit there and watch the ass whooping like a man? I don't have a ticket, so, I don't have a say in the matter. How many people in the chat right now? 55 people, only 9 likes. That's ridiculous. How many of you people actually have a ticket or have access to tickets? Let's see. We can kind of get a percentage. Maybe. Let's see. Yeah, seriously though, I mean, none of that shit, Squid Tard. We don't do Uncle Lou impressions in the comments. But is Carter serious? Did y'all see that somewhere? That they're going to try and checker Neyland? Now that would be fucked up if they were able to come up here with 70 or 80,000 fans and figure out how to checker the stadium. I don't think they've got enough sense to do that. But come on, Man of Steel. Don't sell them, or if you're going to sell them, give them to a Tennessee fan. Sell them to a Tennessee fan. Surely you know some that have kept their colors. So you heard this too, General, that they are going to attempt to checker the stadium. I personally find that laughable, but, hey, if they can pull it off, got to give them credit. I mean, that's pretty badass. And see, what I like is the fact that, what's up, Caden? What's up, D4? Yeah, I think I am D4. In fact, I know I am. So we need to get together for that game and go have a good laugh. Watch the only undefeated football team in Greene County. How fucking ridiculous is that shit? Oh. Yeah, you pull that off, Trey, and you'll get more than a meltdown from me. It's been good, Ricky Boyd. Check this out. I have access. Well, I've already turned them down already, though. I had access to 4 Notre Dame versus Virginia tickets today. Yep, I did. And I was seriously considering going because I don't know what you guys think, especially you youngins, but Notre Dame Stadium is a bucket list stadium if you are a college football fanatic. I mean, love them or hate them, that stadium is historic in every way possible, and I'll probably regret someday not taking these. What's up, Sean? Speaking of Notre Dame, it's a bucket list item. Sean would have gladly went with me, I'm sure. But I don't have a car I feel comfortable enough that would get me to South Bend, Indiana and back from Greenville, which is probably about a 10-hour, realistic 10, 11-hour ride. 2, my old broken down ass don't know that I could sit in that stadium crammed up next to a bunch of Irish people for 3 hours, although I'd give it my level best. 3, I don't know what the walk-in situation's like there. Where do you park? How much of a walk would it be to the stadium? Blah, blah, blah. I know the fans would be nice because I'd be wearing Tennessee stuff, and they'd all be like, "Hey, dumbass, what are you doing up here? This is a Virginia game." But yeah, anyway, they're not actual tickets, General. What it is was a former Greenville football player plays for the Cavaliers, and I ran into his mother today, and she's not going, and she offered me the tickets. And they're not, I guess they're not actually tickets. Basically, you just give the player the name, he gives whoever the name, and you show up and give him your ID, and bam, you got a seat. At any rate, I had access to free tickets to Notre Dame Stadium and politely turned them down. 10 years ago, I would have walked. I would have done whatever to get up there. But today, however, for many reasons, I turned them down. I got a phone caller here. I got a feeling I know who this turd is. Who we got on the line tonight, phone caller?
This is Magnum, you volunteer fuck.
That's volunteer loving fuck to you, mister.
Well, how's your night going, BBD?
Pretty good, man. Pretty good. How about you?
Shit, I'm still kind of recovering from the game, man. My voice is finally starting to come back a little bit, so I'm close to 100%.
That's understandable completely. This is, for you guys that aren't aware, this is Magnum, former TTC legend, man, also possessing a full bladder and the ability to use that said bladder to piss on apparel. Any of you guys that ever watched any of the TTC videos, the 2009 Tennessee Georgia Hate Week was epic at its best. There's never been one better since then, pro or college. And, sadly, the TTC days are behind us now, and we're just left to live life regularly, Magnum, and that's a sad thing sometimes, isn't it?
Yeah, man, it's, me and when Sean was down here, of course, we were talking about the old TTC days, and, guys like Bill for VOLS, Don V, Mr. Big Dog, of course, you and Carter, it was like every week videos were being done. They were entertaining, and just over time, man, people were just kind of dipping out and lost interest. But I can understand,
Yeah.
You do this a long time, and that there's kind of only so much you can say about the same freaking team every year,
Yeah, especially if you're a Tennessee fan and you're finding yourself in that rut of losing every year. But back then, since you brought it up, back then, I know myself personally, I didn't see this coming. I don't know if you guys as Georgia fans saw it coming or what, but an epic losing stretch like what's going on right now, I know I sure as hell didn't see that coming. And
well, I'll be honest with you, I never in my wildest dreams, foresaw Tennessee going through the losing stretch that they're going through right now. I mean, for God's sakes, I don't think anybody ever 10 years ago, if you would have told me Tennessee would lose to Georgia State one day, I would have laughed in your face and called you a goddamn retard. But that's just how bad it is right now. And it's like I said in my video earlier today, you're one of the few Tennessee fans that, I've always, respected on YouTube. And you're one of the few I actually feel bad for, because I know you put your heart and soul into that team.
Yeah, I appreciate that. And you're right. I've put over 40 years into this team. That's a lot of money. That's a lot of blood, sweat, and tears, and actually a little bit of blood, actually, from busting knuckles and doing stupid shit that us fans do when our teams lose. But
you gotta tell me about stupid shit when teams lose.
I asked a friend of mine yesterday, Magnum, and yes, I do actually have a friend. I asked a friend of mine I hadn't seen in quite a while. I know he's a big UT fan because he graduated from there, and I said, well, I can say his name. I said, Todd, what are we going to do to fix this Tennessee football problem? He said, I'm not going to do shit to fix it because they don't pay me enough. Something like that. You know, he basically said they don't pay me to worry about it. And that's a fact. How many, you know, in all your years rooting for the Georgia Bulldogs, up years, down years, mediocre years, have they ever sent you a check and said, "Hey, Magnum, here's $500. Thanks for being a fan"?
Oh hell no! I've never received anything like that. I mean, especially in the '90s when we were pretty much utter ass. See, that's the thing. I think you guys are experiencing what we went through in the '90s, and the only thing I got in the '90s is heartache, man.
Yeah. I tell you what. What's up, Justin Ball? I don't think Pruitt is the only problem by a long shot. To answer your question.
Oh no! Definitely not the only problem. I'll agree with that.
So yeah, I mean, you guys had it rough in the '90s. You had the Donnan years, the Goff years. Although Donnan wasn't as horrible as Goff. Ray Goff just about put you guys he about capsized the Georgia boat.
Yeah, that's an era we try to forget, but I appreciate you bringing it back up.
Hey, you got to remember the bad shit. Thanks, NorCal, for the super chat. And if the Niners are playing the Cardinals this weekend, absolutely. NorCal, I'll give you a chance here. Give me a $1 super chat for every point you think the Niners are going to beat the Cardinals by. I might be able to retire. That's going to be an ass raping. But anyway, back to the subject at hand here. Yeah, man, every team goes through this. Some teams start out like this. Some teams never get good. But, real quick, you know, back when we did the original TTC, Georgia State wasn't even a freaking team yet.
That's right, because they're only well, actually, you know what? I think 2009 may have been their first season because they have been around. I think this season is their 10th season. So you know what? Wait a minute. 2010 may have been their first year.
Yeah. Somebody look that up for me. What's going on, Lumpy?
I want to say it's 2010 actually was their first year being a football program.
Okay. Well, at any rate, they've sucked since their inception. Apparently, they still suck now.
Well, actually, I want to say it was their first year, I think, maybe second, but I want to say first. They actually made a bowl game.
They've made a bowl game?
Yeah, I want to say it was their first or second year. They went 7-6, 6-6, something like that.
That's pretty damn amazing if that happened. It
was their first or second year. I can't recall, though. The only reason I remember that is because my brother, he graduated from Georgia State.
Tennessee will not make a bowl game. I'll bet that with anybody right now. Tennessee's not going to a bowl game this year. Justin Ball.
Tennessee might have made a bowl game had they beat BYU and Georgia State. I do think those two games were games they needed to win for that to happen.
Okay, yeah, that's possible. But it didn't happen, so it ain't happening. Justin Ball, any other social platforms that YouTube ? Are you asking me if I'm on any other social media platforms? I think that's what you're asking me. Let's see. Damn it, I was going to say something, Magnum, and I freaking totally forgot what it was. Welcome to old age. Well, you know, if we could convince the NCAA into like combining the last 3 years together and giving us credit for all those wins, we could make a bowl this year. I mean, in fact, we'd already be in. But that ain't happening. So I'm considering, I don't know what you guys think. Magnum, you tell me if I should do this. Comments, you tell me. Since we've played 4 games, I'm considering redshirting my senior citizen year as a Tennessee Vols fan.
Redshirting years.
Yep. That way I can. The only problem was that I think I have to come back next year. If I could redshirt this year as a fan, a senior citizen fan, and then come back when we're good again, then that'd be a pretty good plan. But
well, there would be upside and downside to that. You know, the upside is technically since you're still only 4 games in, yes, you could still redshirt. The downside is, the trash talk you get from that.
Yeah. Somebody, no, I did not, General. Hey, look, all this Uncle Lou comments in the comments has got to stop. This and two and what and such and stuff and shit like that. It's evening here in Greenville. If it was morning, it would be acceptable, but it is not. So, good evening, everyone. How are we doing? What's up, Uncle Lou? Damn, Magnum. What I tell you what, since next week officially starts Hate Week for Georgia, Tennessee, we've got 4 more days, 5 more days ish until Monday arrives. Give me some ammunition. What can I use against you guys next week?
You actually want me to give you ammunition?
Well, yeah, fuck yeah. Yeah, I mean, that's what buddies do, isn't it? We help each other out. I'll give you some ammunition to use against Tennessee.
Oh, I don't need you to give me the ammunition. It's already out there, but oh man, you put me in a spot, man, asking me to give you ammunition. Jesus.
That was pretty sideways, wasn't it?
Yeah, I mean, well, here's the thing. This game, believe it or not, even though Georgia, of course, has predicted to win this game pretty easily, to me, it's still a big game. And one major reason why. If Georgia wins this game, I do believe that they take the all-time series lead on Tennessee by 1 game.
I think you may be correct, sir.
So to me, it's a big game, even though it may not be to your average person. But
I get it.
Have a winning record against Tennessee, that'd be great.
I definitely get it, because a lot of those years in the TTC, that was one of the things that Tennessee used, against the Dogs was, we hold the series lead against you, more bowl games. I don't even know if I'm even speaking facts right now or not, but it got to the point where we had to say shit like that. And this coming week, if we're going to try and pull off a convincing Hate Week, I'm going to need some help, because people know I'm already going to get on camera and say, hey, we're going to shock the world. We're going to beat the shit out of Georgia when they come to Neyland Stadium. That's right. I believe it. I know it in my heart. I feel it. I just got a good feeling. They're going to turn this around. They're going to flip the switch. They're going to yada, yada, yada. We're going to blah, blah, blah. We're going to get beat by 40. What the fuck am I going to say?
Well, I kind of did that in 2009 against Florida. I did that very thing, and when we came out and got the shit kicked out of us in 2009 with me doing that very same thing. So
yeah. Well, there were a lot of years in those early years where, myself and other Tennessee video makers, we would come out during a quote unquote hate week and we would make those videos, and we actually believed it. And some of them, we would convince people that we believed it. And really deep down, we kind of knew we were full of shit that, like Florida, especially. That's one game over the last umpteen years that I think most Tennessee fans, we just kind of know something's going to happen. Like, we've even had teams in the last, not the last couple of years, but go back 5 or 6 years. We've had a couple of teams that were clearly better than Florida on paper. Just better teams and should have won the game and didn't. And that's painful to watch when you've got the better team, but they go out there and they keep kicking their own ass and, sticking their own foot up their own ass and just screwing up. And that's what we do against them. And
well, that's college football in general, I mean, you never know week to week, what's going to happen. I mean, one team can obviously be better on paper. For example, everybody thought Georgia was going to just walk the dog, no pun intended, on Notre Dame. But, that didn't happen. Yeah, we won, but it was a lot closer game than everybody expected, and with a big game like that, top 10 matchup, I mean, you really just never know, man. That's what makes college football so goddamn fantastic,
Isn't it? I mean, isn't this not the greatest sport on earth? I mean, possibly even in the universe.
Oh, definitely. Like college football is number one to me. Always has, always will be. That's where my passion lies. I mean, granted, I do watch the NFL on occasion, but to put it in perspective, when the Dogs lose, it breaks my heart for the entire week until we play again. If the Falcons lose, it's like, whatever. Piss on them, no pun intended there either.
I hear you. Yeah, I know, man. I mean, the sad part for me is it's. I never thought you could say it this way, but losing is losing its luster. And what I mean by that is, like we got the shit kicked out of us by Florida this past Saturday, and I'm not going to say over it, but the immediate pain was gone within 30 minutes.
Well, like you said, you've pretty much grown accustomed to it, and you halfway expect it now. I mean, I know you didn't expect it against Georgia State, but
right.
I mean, I'm pretty sure you kind of expected it with Florida. So at least if you go into the game kind of prepared for a loss, it may not be as bad. I don't know. I don't know how you operate on that.
Well, it's really hard to tell from loss to loss. Alabama. I mean, let's be real. There's not a human alive that would probably take Tennessee in a bet if you gave them 30 points this year, based on what we've seen so far from both sides. I know I wouldn't. What's up, Christopher? I wouldn't touch that one, and I don't touch betting on Tennessee one way or the other when it comes to real money. I don't know how you are with Georgia, but there's just too much emotion involved for me. And
now the only kind of betting I would do with Georgia, and I've done this in the past on YouTube and on Facebook, I'll do profile picture bets. In the past, in the early days of the TTC, when I want to say it was 2010 or something, we lost to South Carolina, and old Zequan, I think everybody from the early days remembers Zequan. I had a bet with him, and I had two bets with him. I had to buy him a hat, and I had to autograph it and mail it to him, and I had to do a fucking Party in the UGA music video.
Yeah, that was great.
Shit like that.
That was a great one.
I actually had fun filming that, even though we lost. That music video was kind of fun to film. It really was. I guess it kind of eased the pain a little bit of the loss, because it was kind of fun to do, and goddamn, everybody was commenting on that video.
I totally feel you on that one, because some of the I can't believe I'm going to admit this on camera, but there have been games in the past in the TTC when we got to the point where it was obvious we weren't winning the game. I started actually looking forward to making my Crow video, because I lost so many damn bets on my team and so many outlandish shit that I had to do on camera. I tried to always do it as best as I could. The singing songs especially, because most people, when they lost a singing bet, I've said this before, they get on here and just they talk the lyrics, and I'm like, fuck that. I didn't make a bet with you to get on here and read the goddamn lyrics to anything.
Oh yeah, they call what wasn't your nickname at the time? Like, what they call you, King Crow or something?
Dr. fucking Crow. Dr. Crow.
Dr. Crow.
Yeah. Bama. What was his name? Great Bama fan. I think it was like Bama fan 6992 or something like that. Gave me that nickname. And
I never knew where the nickname came from. I just remember it.
He sure did.
So you had the one I remember most, because I just thought it was so great, was you eating the fucking dog food.
Oh my God.
Was epic.
We're not going to talk about that one.
The
worst.
Some of the old Crow videos is what made the TTC, man.
The worst one was Drunken Tailgater. he set,
Oh no,
dude, he set my ass up big time for that. He had me. He said, if you lose, you got to get on all fours and crawl across your yard and walk across that power tee. And I'm thinking, fuck, man, I'll do that. What big deal, you know? We started out on all fours when we came into this earth. Well, what I didn't know, what's up, Billy Cole? What I didn't know is the fucker had a great big blow up gator or something like that, or a picture. He had me crawling across the damn yard with the big gator on my back, looking like the gator was humping me all the way. So that was, I mean, that as simple as that video was, it was genius, you know.
Now let me ask you this. Now I have my opinion on this. The greatest crow video in the history of the TTC. My personal opinion, that title goes to Don V and the Icy Hot.
Yeah, and that's definitely top 2 or 3. Obviously, there was no creativity to that, but just watching him writhe in pain, you know, that was great.
Well, he put Icy Hot on his fucking balls, man.
Yeah, man, that's you got to be, sorry, Don B, you got to be a dumbass to make that bet. I mean,
well, I guess he was just that confident that, you know, the Virginia Tech Hokies are going to win. I forget who they played that week. I just remember the damn crow video.
Yeah, it was great. I mean, and kudos to him. If he faked that, he's the greatest actor in the history of fucking time.
No, he didn't fake it. He actually opened up. If you remember, he opened up the Icy Hot, took the seal off, threw his hand in there, had a wad of that shit, and let it ride.
Yeah. I mean, I saw it. I mean, it looked real. So, you know, it wasn't, you know, fuck, that makes my nuts hurt just thinking about it.
Well, he said like at first when he did it, he was like, well, I mean, I don't feel that bad. And then he stopped instantly and started like thriving and twitching in pain. That's what made it funny, because he was acting like at first it wouldn't bother him, and all of a sudden it just hit like a fucking bottle of Everclear.
Yeah, I mean, god damn that. I mean, I'm sure you've used Icy Hot or been gay before. You know it. I mean, it's called Icy Hot for a reason. It's kind of cool at first, and for a few seconds, his nuts probably felt great. Until that shit hit him. What's up, country?
You know, damn. I remember Lewis had Bill for VOLS. He ate that Hell Burger. I remember that, and I tried that goddamn sauce a couple years ago when I went down to Jacksonville and I tailgated with Gator Boo and Augusta Gator. I tried the sauce just for shits and giggles, and let me tell you, man, that shit ain't no fucking joke. I couldn't even talk for about 10 minutes. I could do nothing but like hiccup and cough. I couldn't say a goddamn word.
Yeah, that shit was legit. I watched him make that burger, and there was Cattle Dog was there. There was like 4 different people took a bite of that burger, and Cattle Dog finished. I think it was Cattle Dog that finished it off, and that was fuck, man. See, I'm a pussy when it comes to hot stuff. That's why I never, in the history of the TTC, ever made a bet involving hot sauce.
No, I wouldn't. I would have never made that bet to begin with, but definitely after trying that sauce, there's no way in the hell. Even if me and you like were to, you know, this week, I wouldn't even take the bet with you, man, because there is that chance we could still lose, and I would have to eat that fucking sauce, man. Fuck that shit.
I think they're talking about that in the comments right now. General made a comment about the comment section being weird, and I think I saw something about putting some on the end of my dick. And yep, the bottom has.
What you got going in the comment section tonight, BBD? Holy shit!
Well, I think they're talking about putting Icy Hot. I think I'm not going to scroll up and look at it, but I think he said he got out of the shower and either he did or his wife put some shit on his end of his dick, some Icy Hot.
I don't understand why you would do that just for shits and giggles.
Yeah, Sean, if you're timing people out, please stop that, my man. Everybody knows I let people have their way in here.
Here's another one for you. Now, let's just say that.
What's up,
just
Slim?
for sake of argument, let's say Pruitt gets fired after this season's done. Who would you, as a Tennessee fan, what coach would you want to go after?
Oh fuck, man. I honestly would have to think about that. Are we? What's up, James Kirk? Are we talking reality here? Somebody we could realistically get, or just somebody? If I could have him.
Both. Let's just say, realistically, and then if you could choose anybody.
Okay, I got you.
Yeah, both.
What's up, Morty? Haruto. Well, I think the standard common answer would be Nick Saban, even though he's getting fucking old, and so yeah, that would probably be my first answer. But now, realistically, man, fuck. See, you kind of threw me for a loop. I wasn't expecting that. Definitely not Mike Leach. Definitely not fucking Lane Kiffin.
Now, see, you were talking about me being known for kind of pissing on stuff. Well, let your viewers know about your bladder issue with that one.
Man, 90% of the people that watch my videos because that's how they found them. I think I swear to God, man, I think some people think I invented pissing.
Oh shit! That video got you a lot of attention. I remember that we had one guy came to interview you about that shit, so that was funny.
Oh my God, dude! And we can't find that video anywhere on YouTube right now. I mean, nowhere. That fucking video has ghosted us. And I can't believe there's a couple of my videos I wish I had copies of myself, but I don't. So that one and the music video I made with Van Zant about suicide. That was probably my best video ever. The General's screaming Whittingham at me. Yeah, okay, but he asked who I would want, General, not who the General would want. What's up, Blake? Damn it, man. Yeah, Florida Chillin' says get Willie Taggart. Yeah, give me that fucker.
Well, what about, I know we all hate him, but the man, I mean, I know I think he's a snake. I think he's a piece of shit, but he can win football games. If Urban Meyer was willing, would you take him?
No. I mean, yeah, I probably would as far as, okay, let's just say, here we are with the hypothetical shit again, because Urban Meyer's not coming anywhere near Knoxville without a microphone in his hand. He would probably turn us around. He'd probably get us winning. And then his track record shows he would get us where we want to be, and then the fucker would leave. And we've had enough of that. Now, at this point, I would take it. I mean, I wouldn't give a shit if he got us back to winning, especially if we're talking national championship. If he could come here and get us a national championship, I wouldn't give a shit if the next year he jumped off the damn Henley Street Bridge on fire, I mean, but Dabo, why not Dabo? He's proven his worth. Man,
goddamn he would leave where he has at Clemson to come to Tennessee?
No. You asked me who I would want. That's why this is such a hard question. Yeah, I mean that's why this is such a tough question, because we've already proven that we can't get any of the big name coaches, and the coaches that we could have gotten, we fucked that up. And I'm not talking about Shiano. I'm primarily talking about David Cutcliffe. He was.
Y'all had a shot at Gary Patterson too, didn't you?
Yep, he was one of the first ones. Man, there's a video by Talking VOLS, the Talking VOLS podcast. If you're a Tennessee fan, you got to go watch that video. It kind of goes over the history of Tennessee football, and it shows how we're fucking great in the early years, and it just kind of shows the ebbs and flows of our program all the way up to now. And
well, speaking of that, I'm glad you mentioned that. Actually, earlier today, and the video is not that old, I think some guy named Cole Adams did it. He said the title of the video was like the rise and downfall of Tennessee football. And I would recommend you checking that out. I didn't know this, but General Neyland actually owned the ever-living shit out of Bear Bryant. I think that's pretty impressive.
well, yeah, I mean, he never lost to him. There was only 7 games, but still.
No, he lost to him, but he went I think he went. Well, no, he didn't lose. No, that's right. He tied a couple times. I think
5-0-2. You know, so, but I mean,
that's pretty good.
Bear Bryant credits Neyland for pretty much being the man. I mean, he pretty much said that everything he learned from Neyland. I'm not quoting verbatim, of course, but nobody does it like that anymore. You know, I mean, he was the defensive fucking guru. I can't remember that in that article you're talking about. I think the dude that wrote that made a video of it. And that's the video I'm talking about.
That's what I watched today. Yeah, that's what I was talking about. The
fucking awesome. Yeah. Yep. Talk for a couple of seconds, video, while I get something to drink.
Okay. Well, there's another video to watch too. He did one on Florida State football, talking about the rise and fall of Florida State. If this guy can continuously make videos like that, I'm going to watch the shit out of him. I mean, granted, I'm a big ass Georgia fan, but I do love the history of college football, and I love watching stuff like that. I'm pretty sure a lot of your viewers know guys like Flimlow Raps. He makes good football videos, like Whatever Happened To series about former college football stars. Where are they at now? Did they succeed in the NFL? I watch all that stuff. And anybody that's actually interested in the history of college football, I actually recommend going to some of those channels and checking them out, because that is some good ass stuff, man.
Yeah, really I agree. 100, as they say today. Oh, and this may be the most wanted, the most needed, and the most looked forward to bye week in the history of Tennessee football. The only problem with it is there's not like 10 or 11 more of them.
Well, we definitely needed this bye week too, because we had a couple guys that are dinged up, and we actually, I think I breathed a sigh of relief today. Of course, you guys watched the Georgia Notre Dame game. Our offensive lineman Solomon Kindley, who went down, he had to be helped off the field and then was carted off. He's actually going to be okay. Apparently, he just got dinged up, and Kirby listed him as day-to-day, so hopefully he will be back, along with Tyson Campbell, Eric Stokes. So hopefully we're getting all these guys back against you guys, and probably not a good thing if you're a Tennessee fan.
Yeah, well, I mean, we lost some people today, too.
Melissa, three more transfers, dude. Like, what the fuck is going on?
Let me go to the comments here for a second. One thing I fucking hate is having to babysit in the comments. For lack of a better way to put it. So that's why I generally don't even fuck with it. I just, I let it go. I don't say nothing. But Melissa May, I think, asked me why she got timed out. I have no idea, Melissa May. I don't time anybody out unless I'm doing it for fun. Like timing Uncle Lou out a few weeks ago. That was kind of fun. Timing Bama Marine out. That was fun. But generally I just let you guys have at it. But when it starts getting out of hand, I ask people, look, come on. Can we, I don't know, try to be adults? I don't know. But if you can't stand the heat, get your ass out the kitchen. That's the way I look at it. Would you agree, Magnum?
Oh, of course. I mean,
right.
You had to have, in those early days in the TTC, you had to have that thick skin, I mean, we didn't know each other at that time, and man, we let the videos ride, dude. I mean, It wasn't until like the next season or two when we all started getting in Ubu and we got to know each other, then the videos started kind of mellowing out a little bit, because we kind of thought each other was, pretty cool people. But at the time when we first started, we didn't give a fuck.
Yeah. You don't have to send me that, Lou. I believe you. And Seth Carter, I appreciate your comment, but Greenville's kicking the shit out of Elizabethton this year, and you know it. It's just what we do.
Tell me about these. Of course, I didn't read in depth, but I heard you guys had what, 2 or 3 more transfers? People enter the transfer portal today.
At least 3. And I don't know if they all entered I like to call it the porthole. I don't know if they entered the porthole or not, but I do know we had 3 people that are no longer with the program. General, this is where you come in. Who were the 3? I know Will Ignat was one of them. There was another linebacker and a receiver, a Johnson, I think, maybe. And then I heard later that 2 more. So I don't know, man.
See, and I think, and this is something that, I'm not a Tennessee fan, but if that were to happen here at Georgia, man, to me, you would have to look definitely at the coaching staff, because to me, with this happening with Tennessee, the Jeremy Pruitt, he's losing his players, man, and that's the last thing you want, dude. You really do not want a coach losing the players.
Actually, you know what? He addressed that today, and I fucking loved what he said. And again, this is not verbatim. Shannon Reed, Jaquez Jones, and Will Ignat are the 3. He was asked about that. What's up, Fraz Cack, I guess is your name. I think I'm saying that right. Anyway, he said, when he was asked about it, he said that basically, look, we're 1-3. They were guys that didn't play a whole lot anyway. And so, does them leaving really hurt us? Now, granted, Will Ignat was somebody that it was looking like we were going to depend on somewhat heavily this year, but he wasn't doing anything outstanding. So, if they don't want to be here, fuck them, sayonara, good writ, Saya Orange Nada, or Saya Orange
they
Nora.
don't want to be here, they can get the hell out. But they may not have played so much, but it definitely hurts, your depth, because injuries can happen at any point in time. And we had this happen, years ago, to where we had an injury. I want to say it was Richard Samuel. I think we had to convert him to a linebacker at one time years ago. That's the last thing you want, is to have to play somebody out of position, and that would suck.
Mm. Yeah,
so
I was kind of scared there, man, when you were saying, you had guys that were, I forget how you worded it. I guess I could fucking rewind it and listen, but had guys changing over, in this day and age, got to be careful the way you word things, That was probably a backhanded shot that in some instances you wouldn't want to take. I was referring to transgenders.
My God, don't get me started on that. Let's keep this football.
Yeah, I definitely don't want to go down, but I can't help it. I'm trying to listen to you and kind of pay attention to the comments, because there's a common theme. There's a common theme in the comments section when things get going sideways. And sadly, Uncle Lou, for whatever reason, I don't know, people either can't handle him or can't defend themselves against him.
Well, Uncle. The thing is, what people don't understand, and I'm pretty sure I can speak for you, and I definitely speak for myself. We get on, when we got on camera, our sole purpose is to get the attention of whatever fan base we're trash talking that week. Mm-hmm. Our sole intention is to get a rise out of that other person, to get a reaction to them. That's exactly what Uncle Lou does. I've hung out with him in person. I personally think he's a cool guy. we went to the spring game together years ago. We got some helmets signed by Champ Daly. He's actually a really cool guy.
Mhm.
And he does exactly what we used to do. He gets on camera, he talks his shit, and, here come the trolls and people that want to, respond. That's the whole point of these videos, is it not?
Yeah, I mean, you are right. I'm talking about the shit in the comments, but the same thing applies to the comments. What's up, Tim Mathis? Yeah, comments are just like videos when it comes to that shit. People are going to say stuff that pisses you off or hurts your feelings, but the only way to deal with that is to fucking get right back in their ass,
Yeah, that's the problem. People are and granted, I was kind of guilty of this when I first started. I mean, over time, I caught on and figured out how we do things. But you would think today people would know that the sole reason people are leaving these comments is, to piss you off, to get a rise out of you, and people are just taking it way too serious now, and I think it's kind of stupid. I mean, most of the people here on YouTube, you're never going to meet face to face. So what's the point of getting all bent the hell out of shape?
Yeah, I agree. Damn it, I hate this, but I'm halfway kind of referring to one person about this that I wish would just flip a switch and, for lack of a better word, get over it and fucking get right back at him. And I know you know who I'm talking about. And we're talking personal shots here. I don't know. Is there sometimes people take some personal shots that are just straight the fuck out, straight up over the line, and when that happens, all gloves and all bets are off. So that's just kind of my theory on it. If they fuck with you, fuck back.
I'll agree with that. Now, one thing that I never did, because my sole purpose was to keep everything, football. I mean, I didn't get on camera and, give me your address, give me your phone, and blah, 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 blah. I kept all my shit football. And if you let something affect you to the point where you're willing to, travel across country over a goddamn comment or a YouTube video, I mean, you need to kind of sit down and figure out what your fucking priorities are.
Yeah, that's not cool.
I mean, we did have one in the TTC that was bad about that. I know you remember that Savage Tiger guy.
Oh yeah, he's actually still around in the comments, believe it or not.
Yeah, he was pretty bad about it, and I haven't seen any kind of video from him in a long time. So I think he's kind of chilled out now.
Mm-hmm. Sean, if you're still in here, or if you're still listening, put the flames out and get your ass back in here and fucking kick some ass. Don't get mad and take your ball and go home. Throw your fucking ball down on the ground and start kicking and screaming, and fighting back. Because I know one thing. I don't know any of these people in here. I don't know any of their fighting abilities or any of that stupid shit. But I would wager a bet that Sean is bigger than anybody in here that's talking shit to him. Not that means nothing. That don't amount to a fucking hill of beans. But I'm just saying, Sean, you need to how can I word this? Get in here and be your size. I was shocked at how big that dude is, man.
Well, I wasn't, when I met him this past week, I really wasn't, because even years ago when we trash talk on camera, it was kind of apparent, he was a pretty big guy. So I honestly wasn't shocked at all, really.
No, Uncle Lou, actually, I don't mean slob. I mean, Sean is definitely not fat.
No, he's not fat or any. The way I would describe Sean would be kind of like a stocky build. He's definitely not huge and overweight and anything like that. He's stocky, and he's about, I want to say he would be like he's about 6'2", I think, I would say.
That's what I was thinking. Yeah. Yeah. Talking
So yeah, he's not no fat out of shape slob.
Blake West says, I ain't talking about Sean ND. I'm trying to get him to understand you got to put BS aside and be real. Well, I actually, I fucked that. I'm not even going into this. I was going to say I know the story behind why he's mad, but, I'm leaving that between him and Uncle Lou.
I know the story too, and I'm not going to sit here and go through it either. Yeah. Just that all I'm going to say is Sean, he's really not the type of person that likes to get involved in petty shit. I'll say that.
Yeah, and he is still here, by the way. He's still in the stream. He's still watching. What's up, Flint?
Yeah, and when Sean was down, we did have a good time, and we attended the game, and I mean we made 7 videos in 5 days, so it kind of brought back some of the old memories of the TTC where a lot of videos were being done, and we finally got a Wayne Simmons and Gunther Dawkins video where both of them were face to face in the same shot in the same film for the first time. So yeah, a lot of good things happened.
Yeah, for a second there, if Sean had been a Georgia fan, I didn't know if you guys were going to kiss or not. I mean, Deliverance was filmed in Georgia. That was, by the way, Sean.
Fuck out of here, man.
By the way, Sean, that wasn't a shot at you by any stretch. That was a shot at Magnum and Georgia fans. I got to take them wherever I can get them, right?
Oh yeah, and at this point, I mean, I expect nothing less. I mean, this is what we did for years, so yeah. It's all good, man. And honestly, this next week when we do the hate week, like I said, I'm not going to get as crazy as I used to be, but I'm not going to say it here on your stream, but what me and you talked about, I'm thinking about giving you at least a remix of it just to bring back some memories and maybe make people laugh and kind of see what it was I used to do. It definitely won't be as intense as it was because I was pretty fucking stupid back then. I didn't give a fuck, but
right.
I'll try my best.
Damn, Dwayne Todd, appreciate it, brother. Appreciate the comment. I appreciate the super chat, but especially the comment. That means a lot, my friend. D4, Devils times 4, ask me who wins, D4 or Big Sean. You're going to have to be more specific than that, D4. Are we talking a Peggy Ann's donut eating contest? Because I haven't actually seen what you bring to the table in that department. Let's put it like this too. Like when Sean was down, we ordered quite a bit of food, and of course, I don't eat a whole hell of a lot at one time. It's kind of crazy how many pounds I've put on since we started this TTC. But I noticed the double chin.
Sean can fucking eat.
Yeah, he can, and I mean, he made a good point. He is a big fucking dude, We're not talking about a 5'6", 120-pound soaking wet little shrimp. It takes a lot of food to fuel a body that big. But what I was saying, we have this place in Greenville called Peggy Ann's Donuts, and they make the fucking best cream-filled donuts in the world. And clearly, by looking at me, you can tell I've eaten a dozen or 50 donuts in my life. And these things are so rich that it takes all I've got to get through a half of one of them. And he fucking tore through 2 of them things and chased it with a mellow yellow like it was nothing. And I was thoroughly impressed. So in that department, D4, you might be in trouble.
See, my metabolism used to be really quick, man. Like I used to be able to eat anything I wanted and not really gain a whole lot. But those days are fucking gone, man. If you go back and look at some of my, of course, the channel I have now is my second YouTube channel. The original one I took down a long time ago, like back in early 2011, late 2010, something like that. But even on my current channel, if you go back and look at the first videos I've done on that, and then you look at for example, watch the Wayne Simmons and Gunther video me and Sean just did. I was like, holy shit. Like, I was shocked how many pounds I put on.
Yeah, I mean, that happens. Unfortunately. Later, Uncle Lou, I've basically been the same weight since about 8th grade. I stay between 225 and 245. And right now I'm at about 230 something, 233, 234. Depends. If I go take a dump, I'm probably 228, It's just that as we get older, like I used to wear a size 36 in high school, and that's big to a lot of you guys. I couldn't get my left nut in a size 36 now, and that's what's crazy is I don't weigh anymore. Yeah, D4 is a big boy. You're not really 6'3", are you, D4? I'm gonna have to break the tape measure out Friday when I see you. But yeah, I mean, it all changes. Same with shirts. I have to wear a 3X now to be comfortable. And
if you had to guess, like when I first started doing these TTC videos 10 years ago, what would you guess how much I weighed at that particular time?
I'm not good at this game at all. I mean, you always appeared on camera to be pretty thin, pretty skinny, and so I don't know. I would have guessed maybe I don't know, man, $150, 160, maybe. I don't know.
Actually, you're pretty damn close at that particular time. My weight fluctuated in between 150 and 155.
Oh, okay. And, so you get no prize, bitch.
Yeah, now it's fluctuating between like 175, 177. So over the years, I've put on like 25, 30 pounds in like 10 years.
It happens. It's part of growing old and growing up and growing out. I went to, I can't believe after all the cuss words I've been saying, I'm about to say this. I went to church tonight. I went to church tonight, not for church, for something else. But anyway, on Wednesdays, they have a supper, and tons of people show up for this thing. And I guess he would be my great uncle. It was my papaw. It was my papa's brother. It was my grandfather's brother. So I think that would make him my great uncle, right?
I guess so.
Yeah, this
I'm
dude.
Not really good on family trees and shit like that.
He is 98 years old. And yes, he's going to be 99 here very soon. You weren't here, were you, D4? You weren't there, were you? He did. Devil's Forest stalking me, damn it. Yeah, he's going to be 99 years old here coming up pretty soon. And I mean, he still gets around real good. As 99-year-old people go, he looks pretty damn healthy. That's amazing.
I think I know why you went to church tonight, though. Honestly, you said they had like some kind of supper, so yeah, you went ahead and you're sitting there having your last supper, preparing for the crucifixion that y'all are about to receive.
Well, I got one more. I got one more next Wednesday, so I get to have one more last supper.
Okay, well, you're next to last supper then. Okay, yeah. I got you. You might as well take communion as well then.
General BBD, how tall are you? You met me, General. How tall do you think I am? 8 Camel Toes, who is in the chat, has met me. D4 obviously has met me. I'll give you a hint. I'm not 6'5". I think if you cut me in half and stacked me on top of each other, I wouldn't be that tall. I didn't know they stack shit that high. I love that comment.
Actually, BBD, I want to say you're probably maybe about as tall as me or something like that. That's what I would think.
I would say probably not, just based on looking at that picture you had on Facebook today. But how tall are you? You're
I'm like 5'9.5", close to 5'10".
Yeah, we're pretty close then. You probably got me by maybe an inch. I'm 5'9".
Okay. Well, then we'd be about the same then, I'm guessing. You probably wouldn't be able to tell the difference.
But I used to be 5'10". In high school, I've lost an inch. Literally, I mean,
well, that's not out of the ordinary.
Through three back surgery,
problems and stuff like that.
Yeah. Hell, I might be 5'2" now, for all I know. Well, we've talked about just about everything in here tonight. I know one thing we haven't talked about, and no, Indy Sean, I'm not going there, so don't worry. I shall never reveal that conversation that you and I had with the lady last night. That was fucking epic. Next time you talk to Sean Magnum, ask him what me and Sean and the other lady talked about last night.
Okay, yeah. Well, now you got me curious. So I probably will ask him.
Yeah. It was fucking quality entertainment, I'm gonna tell you. I haven't laughed so hard in a long time. No, I give you. I'm a little taller than 5'4", General. Ooh. I did one D4 last year. I streamed a Greenville game, but I mean, you got to have good equipment to do that shit. Good camera anyway. Oh, Hunter Slave, what you asking there, buddy? I think I saw you say something about cigarette. You asking me what kind? Pussy cigarettes. Marlboro Silver 72s.
But you did say, you said something we haven't talked about yet. What was you referring to?
Fuck, I don't know. When did I say that?
Just before you said, don't worry, Sean, I'm not going to reveal that conversation.
Well, I'm not going to reveal that conversation.
Well, no, not that. You said before that. You said something we haven't talked about, and then you said, oh, don't worry, Sean, I'm not going to talk about that. Like as if you were telling Sean, no, you're not going to talk about that. But it seemed like you was going to say something else before you said that.
Oh. I have no clue, man.
Yeah, see, you old ass.
Dan, you damn Skippy. Nolan Kirkpatrick, hey, BBD, what did you used to do for work? What was her name? No, I've done just about everything you can think of. I've done construction. I've done, I've worked at every fast food joint you can think of. I worked with the mentally handicapped, and no, Alabama fans, I'm not talking about you guys. I've worked with now I'm all fucked up and can't remember. I've literally done just about everything. I worked in radio for a while.
Speaking of radio, BBD, I still remember like your first videos where you were doing like a little radio show, the Big Orange Breakdown. That of course you busted your ass. That shit was epic.
That was great. Jake Smith takes a shot. Go Pal Panthers. Hey, I agree. Go Pal Panthers. I hope you guys win it all this year. You certainly slipped by us on that first night, so go win them all. Fuck, my memory is garbage. Oh, the thing I did, believe it or not, that I made the most money at in my life was delivering freaking pizzas. I don't know of any occupation or career or whatever that I personally could do that would even come close to making $2,500 a week. And when I was originally delivering pizza in Pigeon Forge, we had several $2,500 weeks. And to some people, $2,500 is chump change. Not to me.
Shit, $2,500 a week would be bank to your average person, man.
Yeah, a little under $100,000 a year. To think about that, man. $2,500 a week, and I was living like a fucking king for a little while. I can't even fathom these fuck sticks that are getting like $9 million just to sign a piece of paper. You know, oh, and by the way, if you go play a little bit of football, we'll give you another 900 million, you know?
Yeah, you know what? I've always said this, and I still say
wait a minute, time out, Magnum. Abso-fucking-lutely not, Wes S. No. I'm not that committed to any fucking body. Question is, would you do any borderline gay shit live stream for a guaranteed win over Bama?
Oh, fucking hell. Hell no, man.
Now let's get to the real thing. Every man is going to say, hell, fuck that, man. There ain't no God way. He did say borderline gay. So that said, if we're talking about,
there's no such thing as borderline gay. It's either gay or it's not gay.
I agree. That's kind of like I don't think there's no such thing as bisexual. You know, if you suck a dick, you're gay. You call it whatever you want. Call it whatever you want. God damn, I can't believe we're talking about that on here. I apologize, guys. I am truly sorry for saying the word suck. I should not have said suck. One
of your commenters is the one that brought it up. You didn't bring it up.
That's true, but that didn't mean I had to say it live and in color. But hey, I try to provide as much comedy as I can, on here. Comedic relief is always good.
Oh yeah. Shit. I think most of us tried to incorporate some form of comedy in our videos back then. Hell,
this is a new level of ultimate fandom here. I'm going to attempt to pronounce this name. Nebuchadnezzar. Nebuchadnezzar is probably something backwards, actually. If you don't go gay for your team, you're not a real fan. I guess I'm about as unreal as it gets.
There's no way in hell that
General,
I would do anything gay that, no, just no.
General says this is a PG live stream. You're not talking about pretty gay, are you? I hope not.
No, I can understand, Bama fans actually doing that, but, not us.
Let's speaking of Bama fans, let's talk about incest for a little bit. Nah, let's not. That's right. Hey, tell them, Vodka. Hey, look, all you people that I'm making fun of, just keep in mind that I'm the toothless fucker on here right now. So.
Well, I guess technically you can probably call me somewhat of a fat ass now.
I wouldn't do that, though. I mean, a double chin doesn't really qualify you as fat ass. I don't think.
Well, hell, I got a nice little beer gut, and I don't even drink that much.
Well, if somebody's got one brain cell left, that doesn't necessarily mean they have a brain, right?
Well, that's true.
Again, Alabama fans, I'm not picking on you. It's kind of funny though down south when like a Tennessee fan's picking on an Alabama fan for being gay or incest or whatever. We all of us down south picking on each other for being anything is kind of ironic. We just love each other down here, don't we?
Yeah, man. Every one of these states down here, there's like a stereotype,
Mm-hmm.
So
we were talking about accents today, or last night, maybe it was. And up north, accents are like Illinois, Indiana, Michigan, Ohio, in the Midwest right through there, their accents are all kind of the same. They enunciate their words clearly. Sean is a prime example.
Yeah, because he talks a lot like, because I do have some grandparents and some family up in Michigan, and they talk like exactly like Sean. So that comment is 100% true.
Yeah. But down south, you can drive from one end of Tennessee to the other and hear 2 or 3 different accents. You go from Tennessee to South Carolina, the accents are definitely different.
Y'all are just fucked up in general, so.
Well, yeah, but I mean, that's beside the point. Every state is different. And Louisiana, holy God.
Well, yeah, I think that's another level, man. It's like they have like their own thing, dude. Like they're one of a kind.
They've got like fucking Southern accent. They've got Cajun accent. They've got Louisiana accent. They've got Cajun Southern. Them motherfuckers. I know why they call shit gumbo down there now, because some of their language is like gumbo. It's fucking. I've never been to Louisiana though. I'd like to go down there sometime.
I've been through it before. I mean, I've never spent a good amount of time there, but of course I've been through it.
Do you watch what the hell's the dude's name? Ginger Hillbilly. Have you ever seen him? Ginger Hillbilly.
Not that I can recall. It does not ring a bell.
Look him up. When you get done here, I don't know if he's a professional comedian or what, if he's just a funny fucker, but he always says he's in the medical field. I'm guessing he might be a nurse or something like that, but he's built, he kind of looks like a ginger, what was that bald-headed wrestler's name that played football at Georgia?
Goldberg?
Yeah, he kind of looks like a Ginger Goldberg, but maybe not quite as tall. Anyway, he's got a video talking about how people mispronounce medical terms. And I hate to give away the very first one for you, but I got to, because I fucking had to stop the video. It was so goddamn funny. He said the name that they often mispronounce the most is appendectomy. And he said something like, I had a lady come in here the other day and she wanted to have an addictomy. Addictomy. Yeah. That was just fucking hilarious. How do I pronounce forward like that? Not like Jeremy Pruitt, forward. We'll have to move forward and kick a field goal. Catfish is bad about saying ever. I lost every penny I had. You ever caught that?
No, hold on.
That's a definitely an East Tennessee thing. It's not just a Catfish thing.
I recall seeing somebody. Now, it may have been on YouTube or it may have been on Facebook, but I did see somebody that made videos. I think his name was Catfish or something like that. Is that who you're talking about?
Yeah. Catfish is like 100.1% fucking straight up East Tennessee accent.
Okay. I think you're talking about the same guy I watched then.
It's not forward, General. God damn it! It's not forward. It's forward. Don't argue with me on pronunciation. You will lose.
What would you call Ed Orgeron's accent?
Oh my God! You go down there. Go Tigers! Who we got this weekend? We got them Alabama Crimson Tide. I went over to Ole Miss one time and had some chicken on a stick. That little gas station down there around the corner got the best chicken on a stick I ever had in my life. Go Tigers! I don't know what you would call that. Good, oh, I don't care to admit I've got the best Ed Orgeron impersonation around. I think I do it better than he does.
Yeah, and his face kind of reminds me of a fucking used catcher's mitt, dude.
Yeah, it's fucked up. All right, Hunter. Thanks for stopping in. Appreciate you. Yeah, we got some fucked up accents down south. And they say Northern people say that Southern people are lazy because of the way they talk. Like, I don't get that. How do you get we're lazy out of the way we talk? If anything, we would be the most energetic fucks on earth because the way we speak. I mean, it takes a ton of effort to butcher words the way we do.
That argument would always be never ending because people in the North, they have their way of talking. We have our way of talking down here.
Mm-hmm.
And I still remember the first time I went up north as a kid to see my grandparents up there in Michigan. And of course, everybody knows how they refer to Cokes and shit like that. They say pop. And I about lost my shit the first time I heard that. Asked me if I wanted a fucking pop. I was like,
yeah.
What the fuck is a pop?
What is it to you?
They have their own, way they talk, and we got ours.
What do you call it?
I just say Coke, man. It's like,
yep.
Like if I go to a restaurant or something, I'd be like, yeah, let me get a number 3 with a Coke. Or if I go to a restaurant, yeah, I either get a sweet tea or give me a Coke.
Yeah. Oh, that one drives me nuts at Camel Toes. R team, ARE. And people fucking spell it that way. Oh, that drives me nuts. Now, Camel Toes, you got an accent yourself. And the word you say that cracks me up is the way 8 Camel Toes says video. I can't do it quite like he does, but it's almost like video, VADEO. I made a video the other day. General, why are you so fucking adamant? Pronounce that one for me. On the word forward. How do you pronounce that word, Magnum?
I say forward. Like if we're talking football, and let's say for running backs, his forward progress is stopped. That's the way I say it, forward progress. I don't say it any other way.
Yeah, I don't get it. What's the point here? Now, the shit that I don't get, man, my dad, nobody could butcher a word like my dad. I don't think. The way he said iron and fire and all that shit, which a lot of people around here do. Iron is arn, and
it sounds like I've heard many people pronounce, like, for example, some people say oil, then some people say oil. They have different ways of pronouncing that. And fucking now this is what bugs me. My biggest pet peeve. The Pall Mall cigarettes. Every fucking body seems to want to pronounce that shit pale male.
It's fucking pale male.
Spelled pale male. God damn it! Pronounce it the way it says it's spelled.
It's fucking pale male, Magnum.
No, it's not. It's Pall Mall. God damn it! It's PALLMALL.
Hey, look, I agree with you. The way it's spelled should be the way it's pronounced, but I had to look that shit up one day. Look it up sometime.
It's fucking Pall Mall, goddammit.
That's what I call them too.
We're not French. We pronounce things the way it's fucking spelled.
I don't know about all that now. I was trying to come up with a good example. I'm looking at some of them in the comments here. Oh, one that drives me nuts is carburetor. I had to get my carburetor. What the fuck is that? And the worst of all, and I've heard several people actually say this shit, and they weren't fucking joking. My Cadillac converter is clogged. Yeah, I'm getting no response from that. My Cadillac converter is clogged. The fuck is a Cadillac converter? Oh, you mean your catalytic converter? And what's that?
I've always heard people refer to that as Cadillac converter.
No, it's catalytic. There's no such thing as a Cadillac converter unless you got somebody's got some kind of magical machine where you can turn a Volkswagen into a Cadillac. If that's the case, I want it. Fuck. What's the other one? Cadillac made me think of it. Shit. I've lost it. Nice one. I've lost it forever.
Man, I'm drinking a little Mountain Dew.
Are you? Mountain Dew doesn't do it for me. Of course, everybody
remembers me drinking my fucking Yoo-Hoos on camera back in the day.
Uh-huh. I remember that. Got to drink a fucking Yoo-Hoo.
Dude, I still drink Yoo-Hoos, man. Those fucking things are awesome.
Nah, I don't pronounce the word orange correctly.
You say orange, don't you?
Yeah, I say orange. Like ARINGE, orange.
Well, that's the way it's supposed to be said. Orange.
Damn right. And me and Catfish both say Florida correctly. Florida, Flarda. All right, Christian, have a good night, brother. Damn, we were talking about catalytic. Oh, a torn rotator cup. CUP.
No, it's supposed to be cuff, isn't it?
Right, exactly. CUF.
Yeah, that's the way I've always heard of it.
Yeah.
Rotator cuff, not cup.
Yeah. Oh, and I've rotary cup. I tore my rotary cup.
I can honestly say I've never heard rotary cup.
Yeah, I've heard that one. Sciatic nerve has some fucked up ones too. Oh,
something else too. BBD, you got to get your some of your older videos. You got to get your cousin back on doing some skits with you, man. Them shits were good.
Funny you should mention that. I'll just say that.
Oh, so we can look forward to something like that?
Funny you should mention that. Yes. Yeah.
Oh shit!
I got one in the works.
When you were doing them skits like that, man, that shit was great. You know, doing little skits like that, and I don't know, man. To me, it made the TTC like a lot better when you can actually incorporate skits, because trash talk. I mean, yeah, trash talk is trash talk. I mean,
yeah,
anybody can get up on camera and talk shit, but when you incorporate skits that include trash talk to make people laugh, that to me, that's really what made the TTC really good, man. It really was.
For sure, by God. What does that mean when somebody says by God? I bet you by God you won't.
That just means that they're serious about this, whatever statement they just said.
That's a good one. That's a great one, Camel Toes. Be more Pacific.
Oh God, I hate that shit.
Have you ever been going down the road on the interstate before, Magnum, and lose control of your car and run across the medium?
Medium?
Yeah.
God, man.
Check this shit out one day. I was on my way to the library one day on a 4-lane road. My carburetor got clogged up and my car lost control and I ran through the medium, but I got it back under control. And because I had a Pacific place I was headed to, and so I'm going down the road and I hit this oil patch and slid all over the fucking road and hit a tree. All right. But the ambulance come and got me. Thank you, Camel Toes, for that one. That was fucking right on time. The ambulance came and got me. Took me to the hospital. Can't think of one for hospital. Yep. Caused me to have belly gas. And yeah, that's the way that night ended. That's fucked up.
Oh my God, if I actually heard somebody tell a story and just fucked up so many words like that, I don't even think I can respond. I'd just probably be like, excuse me for a minute, just leave.
Yeah, man, when I was in treatment many moons ago, there was a girl in there that had a speech impediment with her S's. Just can't even fucking remember what it was, but when she would say words with S in it, it was really fucked up. And one thing I'm pretty good at that people may not know about me is I can drop a poem in just a second. I'm good at making words rhyme. They may not make no fucking sense, but I can make them rhyme, or I can sit down and write a story. That's what I was doing that night. I was writing stories for people. And I'd say, give me a title. Anything. Give me a title. Just pick a word. And I let her do it. And she picked like bread or some shit like that. And I wrote this page-long story about bread. And as many words as I could put in there that had the letter S in it, I put them in there and had her read it. Man, that was funny as fuck. Everybody, I mean, she didn't realize that I was fucking with her either, That's what made it so funny.
Was it like, how should I put this? Was it like a Mike Tyson pronounced S?
No, it wasn't Mike Tyson. I can't. I can't remember. It wasn't either the lisp. It wasn't that kind of thing. It was an unusual speech impediment. That's why it got all of our attention. And she was a gorgeous, gorgeous girl. Um, so it was loads of fun.
See, that's another thing, BBD. Like the way you just like are telling a story or talking, whatever. When Sean was down here the other night, we was watching your live stream and everything, and you just out of the blue just let it ride, bro, and then you just continue like it never happened. That shit's hilarious, man. I don't know why, man. Every time I hear that shit, I fucking die.
I know we're some fucked up grown men, aren't we?
Yeah, I mean, I know I did the same thing when I was on video and just let. I mean, it's like I don't know. I guess if you're doing a video and you just burp like that, I guess you don't realize it. I don't fucking know, but I know I did it too.
I really sincerely do want to get my cussing under control. I've been trying for years to get that shit under control, and I just can't do it.
Well, the thing is when you do something for so long, it's I think you do it by like I guess instinct or reflex. I guess is a good way to put it. And
man, when I go to church, I don't do it.
Fuck it.
I go to church, I don't do it. I go to celebrate recovery, I don't do it. I don't do it around kids. I don't do it around. Like I don't do it when I go to the Greenville games and I'm in the locker room with everybody and the coach. I mean, I can control it. Why the fuck can't I control it when I'm in this goddamn fucking chat room? I mean, you see?
It's just like instinct taking over. I guess you've been doing this for fucking 10 years, So I mean, it's just what you do.
Billy Cole said, "Well, you're not doing worth a damn tonight." You're right. I'm not. Oh, Magnum.
I can't say I don't cuss around little kids and stuff like that. But I have to be conscious, with me. Like I really have to watch myself because I mean everybody's watching my videos. I just let it ride.
Don't you mean you have to be conscious?
That's what I said.
I was making you have to be conscious of it, and I thought you said you have to be conscious of it, and most people will say conscience like it's eating my conscience. That's a fucked up word to say when you ain't got no teeth.
No, but I really do though, because I know how bad I am, and I really have to think about it. I really have to sit there and tell myself, okay, don't say this, don't say this, don't say this. I'm that bad, where I have to really control myself.
I'd like to have a more than 15-minute conversation with Camel Toes sometime. I got to meet him for about 15 minutes last month, Magnum. I don't know if you're aware of that. Do you even know who Camel Toes is? 8 Camel Toes?
I've heard of the screen name, and more than likely I probably have
watched
a few videos.
He's a Carolina Panthers fan, and he's a ginger fucker. Looks like a redheaded Jesus. Plays guitar, sings, catches a buzz on video. Pretty cool dude. We've had our moments where we got after each other, but I met him last month, and this dude, he's one of the smartest fucking people I've ever met in my life. And him, actually, I'd like to see 8 Camel Toes and Catfish have a conversation. That I would pay fucking admission for that. That would be some epic shit right there. I fucking forgot where I was even going with that. Well, it might come back to me, and then again, it might not. Who the fuck knows?
Well, I hate to have to cut this short, but I do have to work in the morning, so I'm going to have to call it.
Hang on, Oliver Haythorne, and I'll answer that question. Yeah, man, we'll talk, and try and have some sort of hate week next week. Anyway, I can't promise anything, too epic, being as though my team sucks much ass, but
I'll definitely try to come up with a couple things. Like I said, I've already got one idea, and
Okay.
I may give you 2 videos that week. So I'll definitely give you that one we discussed that I think I'm going to try to do it, but I may give you a second one. I mean, granted that the 2 teams are worlds apart, but you know what? I would like to at least do another hate week. It's been years since I've done it, so
I hear you.
I'd like to at least do it, you know?
Sounds good, man. Well,
all right, dude. Well, you have a good rest of the night, and to all your viewers, y'all have a good one.
you too, man. Don't forget to kiss that ass and wipe that baby tonight. I mean, change the diaper and kiss the baby.
Yeah, man, I'm telling you, she can leave. You know, I got a little nickname for her.
Of course you do.
You, when she fills that diaper up, oh my God, I call her paint ass.
Paint.
In a bucket of fucking.
Oh. You'll eventually find a nickname for her that will stick. And
right now I just whenever I see that, it's paint ass. Like she just said, a bucket of fucking.
Well, now, goddamn it, I hope that's not the nickname that sticks, because I'd like to introduce my daughter to everybody. This is little paint ass.
No, I'm not gonna. No, man, I'm not that kind of. No, man, I ain't gonna introduce you like that. I'm just saying.
I know. Hey, look. I'm not gonna lie, man. I nicknamed my daughter Turd years ago. And that's just our little, I call her Turd and she calls me Butthole.
You know what?
Fucked up as that is, you know.
When I did my video earlier talking about Tennessee, the moment I started talking about Tennessee and laughing at her, she started laughing. And to do that, I couldn't have scripted that any better. It's like
dude, that was fucking great. Yep, that was. That was. All right, man. I'll talk to you next week.
All right, BBD. You have a good one, man.
All right, dude. See you later, man.
All right.
That was a good, fun hour-ish or so conversation with Magnum. Yeah, I like that one too, Melissa May. I shit you not. Well, wait a minute. I wouldn't shit you. You're my favorite turd. Stinkhead and poop noggin. Hey, whatever works, right? Some shitty nicknames going on around here. Did I hear about Coach Britt stating? Yes, the Willie Tro. Willie Tro. Did I say that right? The Willie Tro. Yes, he actually said that shit. That this team is 100 times better than they were this time last year. And his dad agreed. Bryant Denny, we talked about this early in the stream. I mean, for hypothetical sake, yes, I would take Urban Meyer for coach. I say that because I know it's not going to happen. Oh yeah, shoot 'em. I mean, a lot of people have that nickname. Some of them even go on national TV with it. But who's going to talk shit to Booger about his nickname, you know? JoJo, how long have I been following high school football? Really close, really most of my life, really, honestly. Arkansas versus Tennessee is unsanctioned bowl game for pride at the end of the year. They pay for and play to see who is better. Actually, Blake, that would be they play to see who is worse. Should replace Paul Feinbaum. I'd like to sit in on that show with him for an hour. But you got to see if you can't make that happen. Yeah, I figured it was about time, Toad. Have a good one, bud. Les Miles, I wanted him for a while there a couple years ago. I don't know if we could get him or not now, Stubby. General, most likely, probably either I will or I won't, for sure. No doubt about it. Questions will be asked, will be answered, and I probably won't. Maybe, though, probably. Can't tell you. Don't know. Wouldn't. Maybe yes. Definitely. When Hill freezes over, went to the same high school as Eric Westmoreland. The man is a god in our hometown. Been meaning to get your number and talk offline at some point about some high school football. JoJo hit me up on Facebook. I mean, your definition of following high school football close might be way different than mine. Now, I'm not like those guys that do 5-star preps. I can't tell you every kid on every roster on every team in this state. I thought you might approve, like, or maybe even be okay with that answer, General. You too, Tim. Have a good one. If you don't have a good one, have a pretty good one. I wish I could, Billy Cole. I'd still look pretty good in a football uniform. I wouldn't look like a total fat ass unless I tried to play. It would probably literally kill me if I got out there and played one snap. Wait a minute. Hey, BBD, you know who I want if Pruitt doesn't work out? Who? Whittingham. Appreciate that, Blake West music. Means a lot. Sarah Sharp, BBD arrested for assault of a minor. No, they would be arrested, Sarah. Involuntary fat manslaughter. I don't know that that's going to happen again, Billy Cole. Yeah, there you go, CJ. Speaking of Greenville players, how's practice going, my man? I haven't been by there this week yet. Be by there next week. Who we got? Fucking Central, don't we? We got Sullivan frickin' Central. Good God. CJ, you ought to ask the coach if you can go in and play some linebacker against Central. I can't wait till the frickin' Elizabethan game. That's going to be a war. They will most likely, I would say, be undefeated. We will be, 6-1, 7-1. It's week 8, so it'll be, yeah. And the best thing about it is get to go up there in their pretty little, somewhat relatively still new stadium and whoop that ass. You should, D Ford, considering who you report for. You ever heard of the Tom Taylor Show, D4? He used to do PA for Sullivan South. Now he's like the voice of the Elizabethan Cyclones, and he does a Facebook, the Tom Taylor Sports Show. He's got a great and actually an amazing radio voice. 4A JoJo. Got an amazing voice, and he's an Elizabethan guy. And I was on there today, and I said, hello from Greenville, home of the champs, or some shit like that, you know. And he had nothing to say but to agree with me. What are you going to do? That's what he said. What can you say? They are. 3-peat's going to be nice if it happens. Hey, CJ, what are you guys doing Friday? I'd say some of you probably be going to Chucky Doke, won't you? That's where I'm headed. Game of the week, baby. The only undefeated team left in Greene County. Who would have ever thought that shit? I probably got to be careful how I say this, but I'm going to say it anyway. I guarantee you there's people in this county that think South Green could beat Greenville in football this year. I guarantee you. Wouldn't you say, D4? You probably even talk to some of them. Take care, General. Talk to you later, bud. Guarantee you there's people that think that. Oh my God, that's going to be a bloodbath, D4. They're going to kill Cherokee. It might be a game, Sarah. We both turn it over a lot. The only problem is Greenville can overcome their turnovers. Yeah, I mean, these people just don't get it. South Green has won that game one time in their history. I mean, they may have won a couple of backyard games, where kid from South Green's playing kid from Greenville in cousin's backyard and with a crumbled up cup. Come on, D4. Hey, if that's where you're going, I'll ride with you. Why not? Hey, take care, Wes. Good luck the rest of the way to your fucking Gators. Hey, I'm getting ready to head out too, you guys. Stubby, have a good one. But yeah, we'll talk more about that the absurdity of South Green thinking they could beat Greenville in football. But hey, look, Rebels got a good football team. They got a good thing going on this year, and I hope they take it as far as they can take it. With or without a chain crew of their own. I hope they take it as far as they can. Yep, have a good one, CJ. Get your ass to bed. And D4, holla at me. Hey, you guys have a great night. Another outstanding live stream. They get better every time we do them. One of these nights, we're going to get over 500 people in here. I don't know when that's going to be, but it's going to happen. I can feel it. So, yeah, you guys have a great night. And an even better tomorrow.